Welcome to the Alva High School GMN podcast. I'm Mr. Eckhart.
I'm Will McClure.
And we're here to talk to the Ladybug basketball seniors and their coach. Would you guys please introduce yourselves?
I'm Lakin Gaddy.
JC Kellen.
Lindy Friday.
Coach Jeremy Jones.
Awesome. So, we're here to talk to you guys about you're on the cusp of an area championship game this Friday night, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you guys have gone through the playoffs so far. You won districts and you won regionals, so now you're in your area tournament. So let's ask you guys a little question here. What has the season been like for you and your team?
I think the season's gone pretty good. We've had a couple rough games, but we've pulled through and really, I think our strength this year has been a lot stronger, and mentally we've really prepared ourselves for what's about to come. So I think personally we've really showed a lot of improvements from last year, and I'm excited to see how we do further in the playoffs.
Very good.
I second everything Lakin just said. It's been a great season so far, and we're looking to push farther.
Yeah, I third all of that. I agree.
All right, so Coach, let me ask you this. What's the biggest challenge you faced this year? What do you think the biggest challenge has been?
You know, it's still only my second year. The girls still learning a lot of things. We still building trust, building team chemistry. It's hard when a new coach comes in and wants to change stuff. And I thought we had a great year last year, but this year we've kind of taken another step forward, and we're just getting better and better. But just the girls getting familiar with everything that I want, and we put in weight room, and we've done meal plans, and we've done a lot of different things that's brand new this year. So that's it's a good thing, but the girls have to just get used to a lot of that. So, but it's been a real positive.
Yeah, sounds good.
So with all that, all the places and games you've been, what's been the most memorable game or place you've been so far in this season?
I would have to say either the Lindsay game in the regional championship or the Deer Creek game at the Alva tournament. It was great competition, and Lakin Gaddy hit the 3 to win the game on the buzzer.
I figured that was going to be one of them for sure.
I'd say probably the Deer Creek game. That was a pretty exciting game. I was not really expecting that shot to go in, but I was like, I'm going to shoot it anyway, and maybe it'll go in. Or I'd say the Owasso game. I think we powered through that, and I think after that game we've really started to be more confident in ourselves, beating that 6A team. So
I would say Deer Creek was one of my favorite ones. All of the fans and everyone just cheering so loud was a lot of fun to just see and hear.
Good. So what do you think has been the key to your success this year? Coach mentioned you guys have improved this year from last year, and last year you did make the state tournament, and you're vying for that again. So what do you feel like has been your key to success?
I would say the team chemistry. I feel like this year we all get along with each other, and we can go hard in practice and not worry about anything affecting our friendships outside of practice, and we just kind of leave everything at the door and we go and practice, and then yeah.
I think that's a big deal. I can tell that when I watch the games too. You guys are all on the same page. Okay, moving on. Let's see here. Let's talk about what do you think has been the proudest moment of your high school basketball career?
The proudest moment of my basketball career would have to be making it to the state tournament twice. Growing up, we watched Jaden Hobbs, Laura Riley, those teams play and win 3 state championships and a silver ball, which is amazing. But getting to play in that gym that we grew up in was honestly amazing.
Very good.
I think for me, one of my proudest moments was getting to the big house my sophomore year. That was a dream of mine since I was third, second grade. So to be in that position was just an amazing feeling.
I think I agree with JC and Lakin. It was a big deal to make it to the big house 2 years in a row. And I also agree that Jaden Hobbs and Laura Riley, they are really big. They've just made a really big impact on me personally in my basketball journey, and just being a part of the team and everything. I was super excited because they left a legacy.
Right, and I don't know if you guys know, but a couple of them were actually at your game on last weekend.
Shout out to Laura and Allie. They're my cousins.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about people's been impact on your guys' basketball careers and stuff, Who do you say overall had the biggest impact on your basketball journey this year?
Or overall?
Or overall? Potato.
Going back to like what I said, growing up, I really, really looked up to Jaden Hobbs. And so she took the time out of her day when I was a kid to really talk to me and spend time with me. And that sparked my dream to be a Ladybug and go win state championships here.
I'd have to second that, but I also think my coaches and my family have been a huge impact on me. I've had two of the best basketball coaches I could have ever asked for. Very selfless coaches, great coaches, and my family is full of coaches as well, so I've gotten to see both sides of everything.
Now, Coach, this one can apply to you too, because we've got a lot here going on, and basketball takes up a lot of time. So how do you balance school, basketball, other responsibilities? How do you guys make all that work?
Well, I personally am involved in a lot more than just basketball, so it is a lot of responsibility. Just even being a part of the team, you do have to maintain a certain, even just grade point average, because you don't want to be like failing and not be able to go to the game or whatever. So you do have to keep up with your schoolwork.
A lot of it, I don't balance stuff very well during basketball season. If you talk to my wife. But that's kind of what we do, but I've been so proud of this team, just the way they have a lot of pressure on them to be a Ladybug and balance. They're expected to have 4.0s, they're expected to go out and win by 25 every game, and it's just a kind of a tradition that, like they said, Jaden Hobbs, and even from way back, it's just kind of what Ladybug basketball is about. And so for these young 15, 16, 17-year-olds to be able to balance all of that when adults can't balance it very well, I've just been so proud of this team and how they've gotten along, and they help each other. They help each other with their classes. They help each other in basketball. They help each other off the court. And I think that's the true meaning of team, because I don't know if they could balance everything that they have without each other. So I've been really proud of them.
Okay. So you guys beat a fairly good Lindsay team last weekend, and they were playing pretty well, and you guys just took them right at the end. You just put it away on them. So when you guys do that, how do you prepare mentally and physically for these big games that are coming up? Because every team now, from now on, is teams that have won an area or won their regional or won their districts, and so you guys are going up against top 10 teams, which you guys are as well. How do you prepare mentally and physically for those games?
Mentally, I would say just to be focused, play your game. You know what it is to be a Ladybug, play like one. And I say physically, like we prepared all season, we worked hard, and as Coach would say, now it's time to go ace the test.
Yeah, I second that. JC really talked about the mental side, and we really talk about that a lot. Coach always says, like, the only team that can beat us is us. And going into our last year, I think that we all know, like, what's at stake, and it's either you win or you go home. So we really are trying to push past our challenges and keep winning.
So about continuing into the year, are there any teams you're especially excited for or nervous to compete against?
I would say I'm excited to compete against anyone that we'll have to go up against. I'm not nervous to play anyone because we're just as good as anyone in the state.
Okay, well, I don't think anybody can say anything more than that. So, so what is one word you would use to describe your team? You guys have mentioned a few things, but if you'd boil it down to one word, what would you say?
And why?
And why?
I don't think there's just one word that you can use to describe this team. It's so complex and everything, and I just think that everyone plays a really big role in it, so you just can't boil it down to one word.
Okay, all right. So we've talked about the basketball tournament, we've talked about the state tournament, we've talked about all these things, but let's talk about a broader sense. What has basketball meant to you over the last 4 years? Beyond just winning games, beyond team camaraderie, like what has it really meant to you as something that you've done and been part of?
I don't think of it as a team. I think of it more as like a family. Basketball has taught me so many life lessons, and it's going to be hard to let it go, but I think that it's made me the person I am today.
Very good.
Oh man, basketball has shaped me into who I am. I second that. Softball's my thing, but basketball has really made me a stronger person and player in all aspects of the game. Coming in as a freshman, being expected to make an impact, like all the weight that we've carried all 4 years has been a lot, but we've leveled up to it, and it's been very special.
Yeah, basketball has definitely put me through a fair share of life challenges, and I just cannot thank it enough. It really has shaped who I am today, and just the people have also made such a big impact.
That's good. And you guys mentioned that it's more like a family. And what I've noticed is every team, regardless of who it is, has only been successful if they're like that. Because if you don't trust each other and believe in each other, then and if you're trying to take it all on yourself, it doesn't work. I've noticed that from a lot of teams. So, Will?
So, you guys are seniors. All three of y'all are seniors, except for the coach, of course. But it's been a while since he's been a senior. But what are you guys gonna miss about playing basketball for this team when y'all graduate?
I think I'm just going to miss the girls and all the laughs that we have together. We are a pretty funny team. We like to joke around a lot. We take care of business, but when we're not on the court, like, we're always laughing with each other and making jokes with Coach Jones, and I think that's what I'm really going to miss the most.
I agree. I will definitely miss the girls and just being a part of a basketball team.
I think I'm going to miss the locker room talks after practice about random things. I mean, it's just so fun to be around such a great group of girls.
So, when you're going to your future, you're done with high school and everything else, what lessons do you feel like you have learned from this experience beyond just how to shoot a basketball, how to play as a team? What lessons will you think you've learned that you can carry on to the next part of your life?
I would say to not take anything for granted. You never know what will happen, and you can learn from every single experience. It might just be super little and you might not even think about it, but it can really shape everything.
I'd probably say that I would take perseverance away from it, and also too in basketball, like, if you shoot a bad shot or whatever, like, you can't worry about that while you're playing defense. So for me to take that on to my next life and just not worry about the things that are in my past and just push through the future is going to be a great lesson.
I agree with both of them, but I think hard work will be something that I have taken away because to persevere, just like Lakin said, persevering through all your challenges, it takes hard work.
So you all mentioned some of the former Ladybug players that were, all-state, state champions, all these other things. And you mentioned how you were second and third graders and you were looking up to them. Somewhere in Alva, there are second, third graders wanting to be you right now. All right, have you guys thought about that? So what would you say, Will?
So, honestly, what's some advice you'd give them? If they came up to you, tugged on your pants, and go, Miss Joey, Miss Friday, what's some advice you would give them?
I'd probably say to just keep working hard. Hard work really goes a long way, and so just to keep a positive attitude and always get to work and never complain and just do you.
I'd have to agree. Work hard and play like Ladybug.
I would have to agree with both of them. You have to work hard for sure, but also just remembering that it's a full team sport.
So, there's the video out there. You guys remember that, where you're like, all my life I want to be a Ladybug. It's still out there. You're in it. So, anything else you guys want to add? Anything else you want us to know about your team, your goals? Anything else that you think we didn't catch for you here, Coach? Ladies, anything?
No, I don't think so. Just know that we are ready to go win the gold ball and we are focused.
All right. So, Friday night, 6 o'clock in Kellyville, Oklahoma. That couldn't be any closer, could it? So if you guys are out there and you want to go watch the Ladybugs, they'll be playing right there for the area championship. And if not, shameless plug here, you can also watch it on Team One Sports live stream. We'll be doing that as well. So thank you all for coming on today. It's really nice talking to you. It's good to hear all your goals and aspirations and just a bunch of success that you guys have had as a team over the last 4 years, and hopefully that will continue. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.